Good evening, everyone. It's my honor to welcome you to the 2016 Moreno Valley Chamber of Commerce Student of the Year Dinner. Tonight represents a number of things. One of the things it represents is a culmination of a year's worth of planning between a partnership with our Moreno Valley Chamber of Commerce, Moreno Valley Unified School District, and the Val Verde Unified School District. So a year's worth of planning's gone into this. This is also a culmination of your K-12 educational career. About 13 years of work went into that, and about 18 plus years of planning and guidance and support on your parents' end. So tonight really is a culmination of a lot of hard work and dedication. Tonight's also a reminder that a very important transition is going to be taking place in your life. Many, if not all of you, are going to be going on to college or university next year. And in that transition, you're going to be challenged. You'll face obstacles, and you'll overcome those obstacles with the same things that you used in order to get here. A lot of dedication and persistence and perseverance. So I applaud you and congratulate you on your success tonight. This event is probably one of the most special events that I've seen in my career. I actually got the opportunity to be a part of this event in 1998 when I was principal of Val Verde High School. So this event's been going on for well over 20 years. And I can't imagine all the students who've been recognized and what they're doing right now. And so a couple things. Tonight's event is being filmed. It's being filmed by our Teen Vision program here at Val Verde High School. And we got some good news tonight that the Teen Vision program is in New York right now, and they entered a nationwide contest. And they got first place in the nationwide contest for their recent video, so they got the best video in the nation. So thank you, Teen Vision, and we're going to make this event available for you. We'll make sure you get a link to the event so that you could watch it over and maybe show, family who couldn't be here this evening and save it, and maybe eventually your kids yourself one day. I'd like to also thank the Rancho Verde Floral Design program. The floral arrangements on your table were done by them as well, and I'm pretty amazed. They look really brilliant. I'd like to thank Val Verde High School for the use of the facility. I'd like to thank my secretary, Laura Slapinski, for actually handling all of the logistics of this event tonight. Can we give her a hand? She's right over there. And so thank you all again for being here. I'm going to transition over before we get started and introduce Oscar Villapena, who is the president of the Moreno Valley Chamber of Commerce. Let's give him a hand.
Thank you. Before we get started, I do want to do something. I'm a little uncomfortable. I'd like to ask if I could have this family go to table 23. I'd like for you to be a part looking forward. So if you don't mind, I'd like you to be really a part of it. So if we could move you, if you don't mind. So we'll be patient because I'd like everybody to be a part of it, and everybody's looking here, and I wish for everybody to be included. So don't be shy. We'll just put the Jeopardy on. Thank you so much, but we want everybody to be included. Thank you. I apologize. I didn't think of it until I'm standing there seeing when Mr. Lenore is speaking. So thank you. I appreciate that. So they can have a great experience. Thank you so much. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here this evening. I know the weather outside is not looking great, but it's looking awesome in here. Wouldn't you say? Let's give everybody a big hand. An optimistic thought. The rain is not going to stop us. We're going to be cheerful. We're going to be warm. We're going to be excited about tonight's festivities. You made it here, and we're going to recognize everyone here, all the students. On behalf of the Chamber, it's been an honor to recognize you at the monthly luncheons, and we know that we're going to pick one from each of the high schools, but what a great program, and thank you to everybody and all the students, the principals, the teachers, and especially the parents for assisting with your students. If I'm going to ask real quick, every student that was a student of the month, please stand so we can recognize you, every student. Thank you. Great job. Now, for two individuals I'd like to bring up, I'd like to invite our host, Superintendent Michael McCormick, to please come up to say a few words and to introduce his board.
Well, once again, thank you all for being here in support of your students. I think it's fantastic. Students, we're so proud of your accomplishments. Every one of you that's here this evening has made sacrifices along the way, overcome obstacles, and we are very, very supportive of you. And we want you to go off, and many of you, your journey will take you to college. And once you're done with college, we want you to think about coming back and serving your community. This is a great community, and I think it'd be wonderful for you to consider coming back and seeking employment right here in your hometown. So without anything further, I'd like to please have my president of the board, Ms. Shelley Yarbrough. Let's recognize her. Thank you for being here tonight. Vice President of the Board of Education, Ms. Suzanne Stahler. Our Clerk of the Board, Mr. Julio Gonzalez. Board Member, Mr. Michael Vargas. I also want to take a moment to introduce you to somebody who's just a critical part of the fabric of Val Verde, and that's the president of our Teachers Association, Mr. Albert Trudell. Thank you, and let's enjoy the evening.
Thank you, sir, and thank you for being a great host every year for the Student of the Year. Now I'd like to bring up Dr. Judy White, Superintendent, Moreno Valley Unified School District.
Good evening. I would first like to recognize our board. We have our Vice President, Dr. Denise Fleming. Board Member, Mr. Gary Baugh. And I would also like to recognize the President of our Teachers Association, Mr. Harold Acord. I asked the student on the way, what does 2020 mean to you? And he said, vision, perfect vision. And then someone else said, it means a television show that talks about insight. But actually, 2020 is the year that you will graduate from college if you stay on track. But even if you don't stay on track, graduate anyway. So my message to you is that things may happen, and it may not be your fault for getting down, but it will be your fault if you don't get up. So we appreciate you, we love you, and we congratulate all the students. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. White. Another partner of the Student of the Month program is Dr. Sandy Mayo from Moreno Valley College. To please come up.
Yes, and we can dance all the way. So congratulations to all of you who have been so successful in this last year and will continue to be successful. It is a really exciting time for all of you, including your parents, who are excited to see you move on as well. And I also echo Dr. White's remarks that don't allow the light to become the train coming at you. Make sure that you keep moving towards that light and you take advantage of everything that the world has to offer you. Best of luck to all of you.
Now I'm going to introduce some other dignitaries that are here this evening. As you heard me say it before, if you haven't, I'm going to introduce their name. I'm going to ask them to please stand, and I'm going to ask for one clap for each one I introduce. And we're going to try that right now, see how well you listen. So on the count of three, one clap. 1, 2. All right, let's try that again. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Excellent, you got it. do a little kink in there for you. And did I say we're on the honor system, and without the support of our sponsors and finances, we can't do these programs. So we're going to count the extra claps you do, and hopefully somebody's going to monitor it, and we're going to charge $1 for every extra clap. So good luck. If there's a student that wants to take that challenge, I really appreciate it. We do have, representing Congressman Mark Takano, Mr. Ignacio Romero. Stay standing. I should tell our guests to stay standing. Representing Senator Richard Roth, Alti Holcomb. Representing Supervisor Mayor Ashley's office, Amber Smalley. Representing the Riverside County Office of Education, Administrator Division of Educational Services, Kevin Tip. I guess your name is Whoosh. Let's see. Let's give them a big hand. That's who I have here. Let's give them a big hand. I'd also like to introduce our committee co-chairs for the Student of the Month, Student of the Year, and I'm going to ask them to stand in their part of the program. As you've seen every month, I'd like to introduce Ms. Cheryl Benjamin from Altura Credit Union. Please stand. And Mr. Harold Acord from Moreno Valley Educators Association. Let's give them a big hand. Big hand. Again, these programs cannot be accomplished without support of our sponsors. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to announce the sponsor. And when I announce the sponsor, you're going to hold your applause completely until the end. And I'm going to ask representatives from that organization to please stand to be recognized. Representatives from Access to the Future, Moreno Valley Optimist Club, Moreno Valley Unified School District, Val Verde Unified School District, Waste Management, Altura Credit Union, Moreno Valley Educators Association, Moreno Valley Flower Box, and Moreno Valley Noon Rotary. Let's give them a big hand for being big supporters of this. Dr. Mayo, you too. I'd like to welcome Council Member LaDonna Jensen from the City of Moreno Valley. I have eyes peripheral. I could see perfectly. Thank you for being here, Council Member. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Okay, students and principals, you're going to stand up here, and when we get started, you're going to receive your plaque. And after you receive your plaque, you're going to step over here, and you're going to have your photo taken, as we did with Student of the Month. So we hope that you can follow those directions. And before I call the principals up, actually, we're going to have some comments, my apologies, from Mr. Kevin Tibbetts, Riverside County Administrator, Office of Education.
Good evening. It's both a pleasure and a privilege to be here representing the Riverside County Superintendent of Schools, Kenneth Young, and the Riverside County Office of Education. As the proud owner of a former Student of the Month recipient, I know firsthand the amount of effort and work and support it takes to reach this level of recognition. I would ask educators, parents, and students to congratulate yourselves, give yourselves a big pat on the back, celebrate accordingly this evening, and then move forward. Congratulations. Thank you.
I'm going to ask Maria Lozano to come up stage to give me a hand, please. She's part of Education Committee. My Vanna White, Maria, up here. I would also like to ask Superintendent Dr. Judy White, Superintendent Mr. McCormick, and Dr. Sandra Mayo to please come up to welcome these students of the year when they come up. And if you could, as we did last year, stand to my left and we'll congratulate them. All right, the first school, we are a little out of order because I know there's other events, but we're going to introduce from Canyon Springs High School, Ms. Tamara Kerr. Principal Tamara Kerr, please come up. A reminder to the principals, when you ask your students and announce them by the month, please ask them to stand, or I'm telling you, students, please stand from each high school and then introduce the student of the year up for their award.
This particular senior class is very near and dear to my heart, so it's a great pleasure to introduce them. For the month of October, we have Andrea Echevarria. November, Hannah Muntz. December, Marcus Garcia. January, Isaac Valdez. February, Tara Meschi. March, Christine Delgado. And April, Melanie Burnham. And it is my pleasure to announce the Canyon Springs High School Class of 2016 Student of the Year, who will be going to Berkeley next year, Miss Andrea Echevarria.
This is the first year we did this. Yes, this is our first year doing this. So the other ones were just practice runs. So this is the real McCoy here. We're nervous. So students, when you're called up here, please go to my left and shake the hands over here. You'll be given your award, and then we'll do the quick photo here, and then you do the photo over there. And just a reminder, students, when you leave here, do not forget your goodies up here. They're from some of our sponsors. They're from the elected officials, certificates, recognitions. The most important thing in there is this little letter in an envelope that you must fill out to get your $1,000 scholarship to where you're going for school. And that's on behalf of the program in the Moreno Valley Chamber. If you don't turn that in, you won't get the scholarship, but that's the most important piece of paper in there. So, next, from Vista del Lago High School, Assistant Principal Davis Sosa.
Good evening. On behalf of Dr. Woodward, can you please help me recognize our students of the month for October? Christine Castañón. November, Estela del Real. Some of our students are at the AVID recognition dinner at UCR, so they could not be here with us tonight. For December, Kimberly Lopez. January, Nicholas Araujo. February, Rosalia Ordóñez. March, Mónica Magaña. And April, Al Yassa Ismael. It is my great pleasure to congratulate our Student of the Year, Christine Castañón. And Christine will be going to UCLA in the fall.
All right. From Bayside Community Day School, Dr. Henry Herrera's principal.
Thank you, and good evening, everybody. Congratulations to everybody who's here and everybody who's nominated for Student of the Year. I'd like to announce my Student of the Month. For November, Arturo Suarez III. For January, Mr. Hernan Garcia Jr. Mr. Garcia is at work today, so he could not join us. Also, for March, Mr. Raymond Olagi. And on behalf of the faculty of Bayside Community Day School, I'd like to congratulate Mr. Raymond Olagi, Bayside Student of the Year.
Mr. Sean McMurray, March Mountain High School.
Good evening, everybody. I'd like everybody to please turn to your students and give them a big round of applause and congratulate them on everything they've done. It's my proud honor to recognize the students from March Mountain High School. For October 2015, Jerisha Lockhart. November 2015, Ruby Acevas. December 2015, Priscilla Velasco. January 2016, Kendall Switzer. February 2016, Brandon Villanueva. March 2016, Giovanni Salvatierra. And from April, Francisco Becerra Jr. It is my pleasure on behalf of our staff at March Mountain High School to introduce to you our Student of the Year for March Mountain, Priscilla Velasco.
What a great support system we have. All right, next from Moreno Valley High School, Mr. Robert Bro. Representing Mr. Bro is Mr. Rose Williams.
Good evening, and congratulations to all of the students of the month for the 2015-2016 school year. It's my pleasure to introduce the students of the month from Moreno Valley High School, the Vikings. October 2015, Maggie Horedke. November 2015, Brian Cow. December 2015, Estefana Mendez. January 2016, Badatab Thin. February 2016, Kevin Metzenheimer. March 2016, Jessica Lee. And April 2016, Nina Doan. And the winner from Moreno Valley for the Student of the Year, and on behalf of the staff and administration at Moreno Valley High School, that is Jessica Lee. Come on down.
You're not getting out of the other photo. Assistant Principal Valadi Chavez, Valley View High School. That's how you cheer somebody coming up to the stage. Good job.
It's my pleasure to be here tonight and to recognize the wonderful students at Valley View High School. And for October 2015, Cameron Purdom. November 2015, Omar Karakuli. He's at an AVID event tonight. December 2015, Clarissa Cisneros. Also at an AVID event tonight. January 2016, Kennedy Hill. February 2016, Nayeli Alvarez. March 2016, John Paul Legaspi. April 2016, Joyce Floor. I wish I could give this award to each and every one of them because they deserve it, but the winner is Cameron Purdom.
Principal Loredia Gonzalez, Citrus Hill High School.
Good evening. Congratulations to all the students in here. They're going on to big and amazing things. To recognize Citrus Hills Student of the Month, starting with October, Miss Diane Castillon. November, Armani Bakhtari. December, Ms. Layla Owens. For January, Ms. Diana Frias. For February, Ms. Karina Valdez. For March, Marisol Caraza. And for April, we have Joshua Geronimo. And Citrus Hills Student of the Year is Ms. Layla Owens.
Assistant Principal from Rancho Verde High School, Juan Santos.
Buenas noches. Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you today, with the amazing students that we have in Moreno Valley and Val Verde Unified School District. So thank you all for being here. The Students of the Month for Rancho Verde High School for this last school year of 2015-2016, and starting in November, was Nicholas Vallin. In November, Brian Ontiveros. December, Edgardo Romo. January, Chloe Samillano. February, Jacqueline Grimaldo. March, Gwendolyn Carpio. And in April, Diana Alanis. I am proud to announce that the Student of the Year for Rancho Verde High School, me da mucho placer en reconocer a nuestro estudiante del año de Rancho Verde High School, Brian Ontiveros.
From Val Verde High School, Assistant Principal David McPhee.
Good evening, everybody. Congratulations to the Young Award recipients. May your lives be filled with freedom, empowerment, and happiness. I'd like to announce our award winners throughout the year. For October of 2015, Ashley Ramirez. November of 2015, Erica Orozco. December of 2015, Abel Garcia. January of 2016, Teodoro Serrano. Unable to join us here tonight is Kevin Quezada. He is in New York receiving our award for our video production, Knockdown. March of 2016, Lisa Leon. And April of 2016, Tajana Hicks. And our Student of the Year award this year goes to Erica Orozco.
Before the next introduction, I'd actually like to introduce another guest from the Valverde Board of Trustees, Ms. Marla Kirkland. Next, from Valverde Academy, Dr. Vanessa Kawan.
Congratulations, students. You truly inspire us. And parents, thank you so much for all your sacrifices that you've made. Students, if you can give a round of applause to your parents and your families for all their support. It is my proud honor to recognize 3 talented and very deserving young ladies. December 2015 Student of the Month, Amy Tatum. February 2016, Miss Shanice Robinson. In April 2016, Miss Liz Esmeralda Ochoa. It is a pleasure to recognize Valverde Academy's Student of the Year, Miss Amy Tatum.
Now from Moreno Valley College, Middle College High School, Mr. Julio Gonzalez.
Thank you and good evening. Also, congratulations to all the students and their families and support systems. Although we, and I will say forced, to recognize just one person, know that by being here tonight, you are on the right path. So if I can give you a hand to everyone, if we can give everyone a hand, please, all the students. I share the pain of this process like many other administrators in other schools where you just have to select one when you have so many outstanding, amazing students. To recognize the middle college students, for October, we had Cassidy Flores. November, Amayo Troops. December, Evelyn Estrada. January, Kathy Dang. For February, Keyshawn Mack. For March, Brianna Bautista. For April, Sarah Rubenstein. And our Student of the Year is Cassidy Flores. And Cassidy will be attending UC Davis in the fall.
Did I mention that we charge $5 for the cell phone shots if you did them? So before we conclude the program, I really want to thank all the students of the month. You know, the accomplishments that you have made, the hurdles, the barriers, the separations, the fighting, the anger, the peers, the struggles, the testing, the late nights, the boyfriends, the girlfriends, the siblings, the cousins, and it could go on and on. The biggest thing is that you made it, and you made a difference. I know not just in your lives, but in those around you. You truly are students of the year, all of you, and it's very difficult for them to recognize one, but think of everything that you have accomplished and that you're going to accomplish. And that is why we do this program, and that is why we have such a great collaboration with the Chamber, which is a business organization, with the school districts and the college, which are education. Because without education, our businesses cannot be successful. And without our businesses to support programs like this, you can't be successful. So on behalf of the Chamber, I want to thank you again for being here. And what a great evening it has been. Before you leave, students, all of the students of the year, we're going to take a group photo up here. When we finish with the program, bring your plaque up here, please. And if you're wondering, there's a little stand behind there to hold your plaque up on your desk, so be proud when you display it. For that photo, again, I would like our reps that were up here, the superintendents and Dr. Sandy, when it's over. But students of the year, if you're sitting at the table with a flower arrangement on it, give that to your mom if she is here. That is your mom's to take. If there's two students of the year at a particular table, then you could find one that isn't, but if there's no students of the year at the table, adults, please remember that we have students in the room, and keep the language, and we don't have any paramedics, so keep the fights down, because I know you couldn't get to the flower store for Mother's Day, so I'll let you figure it out. So again, let's give all the students of the year and month a big hand. I really hope you enjoyed the program. We look forward to another year next year. And Student of the Year, don't forget, get that paperwork in when you register for school, because that's where we put the $1,000 in your student account. Again, that's the end of the program. Students of the month, let's come up here and get the group shot. Dr. Mayo, Superintendent White, and Superintendent McCormick.